नूतन विद्या मंदिर शिक्षण संस्था परभणी संचलित कैलासवासी रावसाहेब जामकर माध्यमिक व उच्च माध्यमिक विद्यालय परभणी प्रेझेंटेड बाय मिस्टर संतोष वाघमारे। स्टैंडर्ड 6 जनरल साइंस चैप्टर नंबर 2 द लिविंग वर्ल्ड।
There are many kinds of plants and animals around us. They show some similarities and some differences. But these features are not seen in non-living things. Let's see the characteristics of the living things. Growth. A baby grows up to become an adult person, that is woman or man. In the same manner, all animals grow into adults in a certain period. In all plants, it is mainly the width and height of the stem that grows. As they grow, some plants develop branches while others do not. Animals grow only for a certain period. Plants, on the other hand, grow as long as they live. This is the difference between plants and animals. Remember this. Now you know that plants are the producers, that is, they produce the food. Plants make their own food in sunlight. Plants produce food from water, nutrients in the soil, and the carbon dioxide present in the air. This process takes place in the leaves of plants. It is brought about in presence of sunlight with the help of the chlorophyll in the leaves. This process of food production is called photosynthesis. During this process, plants give out oxygen. See how much plants are useful. The polluted gas which is in the air. Which one? Yes, carbon dioxide. That gas is taken by plants and they release the gas which is useful for us, useful for living, for breathing, that is oxygen. Plants appear mainly green in color due to chlorophyll in them. Animals do not have chlorophyll, so they cannot produce food on their own. They search for food. Respiration. Living things need oxygen in order to live. Inhaling oxygen and exhaling the carbon dioxide formed in the body due to the use of oxygen is called respiration. Animals have specific organs for respiration. Plants respire by means of microscopic pores on their stems and leaves. Excretion. Waste substances are formed during many processes that take place in the bodies of animals. These are called excreta, and the process of eliminating them from the body is called excretion. Animals have specific organs for excretion. Plants too excrete. For example, some plants shed leaves in a specific season. Waste substances stored in the leaves of plants are shed along with the leaves. Plants excrete water in the form of vapor. Let's see next character. Responsiveness to stimuli and movement. Living things act in various ways when responding to a stimulus. The movement or the change taking place in a living thing at such a time in their response to a stimulus. An event that occurs in our surroundings is a stimulus. The ability of living things to respond to a stimulus is called their responsiveness to stimuli. For example, a creeper planted in courtyard leans towards a support, or a potted plant placed in a window grows towards sunlight. Reproduction, the process by which a living thing generates a new living thing like itself, is called reproduction or procreation. At a certain stage of life, living things become capable of reproduction. After the reproduction stage, their organs become weak, and still later their life comes to an end. In other words, living things die. Now let's see the cellular structure in living things. Living things are made up of small units called cells. All the actions and processes in the bodies of the living things are brought about with the help of these microscopic cells. Some living things are made up of single cell. They are called unicellular organisms. Uni means single, only one cell is present. On the other hand, the living things that are made up of many cells are called multicellular organisms. Multi means many. Now, amoeba is the example of unicellular organism. It has only one cell in its body. And what are the examples of multicellular organisms? Man, cow, mouse, cockroach, elephants, etc. Useful living things. Now, plants are used for household as well as industrial purposes. Example, fenugreek, potato, bhendi, apple, banana, they are used as food. While adulsa, hirda, behda, asparagus, they are used as medicines. Also, animals are useful to us. Dogs, cats, cows, buffaloes, they are kept for domestic uses. Fish, sheep, fowl are used as food, while animals like horses, oxen, camel, they are useful in various occupations. Earthworm is very useful in agriculture. Earthworm is called farmer's friend. Harmful living things. Mosquitoes and flies spread diseases. Cockroaches, mice, rats, they destroy our food. Fleas, ticks also spread diseases. The bites of poisonous lizards, spiders, snakes, scorpions can even cause death. Like animals, plants are also harmful. Pods of the nettle, colocasia leaves cause itching. Plants like oleander, lantana have strong odors. The datura plant is poisonous. Uncontrolled growth of fungi and algae in water pollutes drinking water and may cause of diseases. Exercise. Write the answers to the following questions. What are the differences between plants and animals? Plants prepare their own food with the help of sunlight and chlorophyll, so they are called autotrophs. Animals cannot prepare their own food. They obtain food from plants or other animals, hence they are called heterotrophs. Plants show some movements, but they cannot change their place on their own. Animals can change their place on their own. Plants show growth till they are alive. Animals show growth only till a specific period. Plants have chlorophyll and they can perform photosynthesis. Animals do not have chlorophyll, thus they cannot perform photosynthesis. Plants use minute pores situated on their leaves and stem for respiration. Animals have respiratory organs for respiration. Plants do not have specialized excretory organs. Animals have excretory organs for excretion. Plants reproduce with the help of seeds, stem or leaves. Animals reproduce either by laying eggs or by giving birth to young ones. What are the similarities between plants and animals? Plants and animals are both living things. Most of the characteristics of living things are seen in both of them. Growth, respiration, excretion, responsiveness to stimuli and reproduction are the common characteristics in both of them. Plant body is also made up of cells like that of the animal body. Thus both have cellular structure. They both need water and nutrients for survival. How is plant kingdom useful to us? Plants provide us with food in form of grains, fruits, vegetables. Some plants like Vasaka, Hirda, Beheda, asparagus are the medicinal plants. They used as medicine. Some plants are used for industrial purposes. Plants provide us timber and wood, which are used in making furniture and houses. Plants like cotton and jute provide us the fibers. In this way, plant kingdom is useful to us. How is animal kingdom useful to us? Domesticated animals are useful to us in many ways. They provide us with food in the form of milk, meat, eggs. The occupations like poultry, dairy, fishery are dependent on animals. Animals like oxen, horse and camel are useful for transportation. Earthworm helps in deposition of wastes and make the soil fertile. It is thus the friend of farmers. What makes living things different from non-living things? In living things, we can see growth, feeding, respiration, excretion, responsiveness to stimuli, movement and reproduction. Living things also show death. All such characteristics are not seen in non-living things. What helps them to breathe? A fish, gills; a snake, lungs; a crane, lungs added with air sacs; an earthworm, skin; man, lungs; a banyan tree, tiny pores on the leaves; a caterpillar, spiracles. Fill in the blanks. The process by which plants make their food is called photosynthesis. To inhale oxygen and to exhale carbon dioxide is called respiration. The elimination of waste substances from body is called excretion. The ability to respond to an event is called stimuli to responsiveness. On completing their lifespan, every living thing dies.